Considering his track record, Max, what would coming back do for Rondo's legacy?
I think it would do enormous things for his legacy because the fact remains that the bigger role he had on those Celtics teams, the lesser their fortunes in the playoffs. Whether or not that's fair to Rondo, that's a fact. When it was a big three, they won a championship. When Rondo is like, maybe it's a big four, no more championships. And each year, the bigger his role, the more their fortunes declined. And then in recent years, he had that terrible stint in Dallas where he seemed to undermine the team. He put up some numbers in Sacramento for a losing franchise. And you kept hearing, no, but he can still play even if he can't shoot. And what we just saw this series early on before he got hurt was an elite point guard. Rondo showing that when the stakes are high, that guy is a killer and capable of being elite. If he somehow also shows that he can rally back from an injury that's supposed to end his postseason and do something here, that rehabilitates, I think, his reputation to, pre-injury, pre-Dallas Mavericks.
Max, in a strange kind of way, I'm actually at the opposite spectrum in regards to what you just said, because since he's been gone, the last time we saw him, what did he have? He had 11 points, 14 assists, 9 rebounds, 5 steals. He played absolutely sensational in Chicago. It shocked everybody by going into Boston for 2 games and winning that game and winning those games. Then he gets hurt. Since he's been gone, they've lost both games. If they nosedive, what is everybody going to be saying? Chicago lost because they lost Rajon Rondo. And I think that would actually serve him well, as opposed to him coming back. They're splitting games. They might still lose the series in 7, and then it is what it is. It's one of those situations where, because of the troubles they had in Chicago this year, where their mutiny there took place, he got into it with some of the players, certainly got into it with one of the assistant coaches, didn't have the greatest reputation, was on the bench, coming off the bench, wasn't starting, then ultimately injected into the starting lineup. They've played well, and they've played well with him. If they lose without him, it's all about him being that difference to this team, and I think that would have a positive effect
they win
on his name.
Unless he comes back and they win.
Well, that was what I was going to say. I'm actually going to take a soldering iron and merge your 2 brilliant ideas, because I kind of agree with both of you. I think it will do wonders for him if he comes back and helps to propel them to win this round, because then I actually think they're a team that is you have to deal with in the next round. But there's no guarantee that that's going to happen. If he just comes back and plays and he's ineffective as a scorer because of that hand injury, and if I'm Brad Stevens and he's on the court, I'm telling my guys, do not overreact and overcommit to his penetration as a help defender. Make him score to beat us, because I think he's going to have a hard time doing that with that particular type of injury. So if he comes back and plays and they can't get through this round, I don't think it really helps him ultimately that much. He's either got to not play at all and they lose, and then I think we look at how valuable he was, or he has to play and lead them to a win.